Hello, this is your Daily Scoop for Monday, March 28th. This is Annie Sprinkles signing in. Hey, I hope everybody had a really good weekend, and just wanted to check back in here and give you some scoop. I'm going to share a personal story today, actually, and it's because I was reminded twice in the last week about how I met my dear friend and colleague, Mary Jo, who is the director of a local nonprofit here called Angels of Mercy. They're right here in Rochester. And last week I delivered a big, huge basket of clothing, beautiful clothes that were donated. And they have a program called the Butterfly Boutique. And they offer a beautiful selection of clothing to enable women to have their worlds enhanced with a positive experience so they can begin a new chapter in their life. So they help women who have been victims of human trafficking. They help women who have been victims of domestic violence or sexual assault, homelessness, incarceration. So women who are in transition and they're looking to restore freedom and dignity in their life. So they offer a number of different programs. So I was delivering some clothes there today and or last week. And then today I stopped in because I wanted to make sure that I could get a check to her because I'm supporting their event here coming up in April. It's their annual fundraiser and pasta dinner, but I'll be out of town, so I'm going to buy 2 business card ads for their placemat, and that's how they get sponsorships and support for their organization so they can continue offering these great programs and then expand programs as well. So she's just dear and near to my heart, and we've known each other about 7 or 8 years, I want to say now. I can't even believe it's been that long. So I stopped in today and I said, oh, I want to get 2 business card ads for your event coming up. So I'm putting an ad in, of course, for the Daily Scoop, my homemade ice cream, and this program. And also for a company I work for here locally. We are national in scope, but we are Robotech AVS, and we're an audiovisual services company. So if you're searching for an experienced, reliable audiovisual professional, you just give me a call or a message. So Mary Jo, getting back to my story and how we know each other, you are going to totally get goosebumps from this, but it's a tragic story in a way, but it brought Mary Jo and I together, and we were both doing this work at the same time, and once we met, we realized why we were supposed to meet, and it's because we both do this work in our community and work for this great cause of ending domestic violence, sex trafficking, you know, any kind of crimes really that we've been talking about on the Daily Scoop here for over a month now. So anyways, the way I know Mary Jo is, and I think it was 2009 or 2010, I took a part-time job during the holidays at a local retailer in Webster. And I was there a very, very short period of time overall. It was just a holiday thing, and it was actually kind of fun. However, a couple of months into my working there, the manager of the store murdered his wife, who he was about to be divorced from, and he killed himself. And this was a high-profile domestic violence, homicide, suicide in Webster back then. It was Maria Poulos. And that was the victim. And she is Mary Jo's sister. So I was working there and really kind of on my way out. I was ready to just give my notice and not be working there anymore. And again, this was some years ago, and I've got this bag of clothes in my trunk, and I'm driving by, and I'm like, I wonder what this butterfly boutique is and what this Angels of Mercy is. I'm not sure what they are, but I wonder if they take clothing donations, because some of these items weren't being accepted by other local shelters that I always went to first. So I had never been in, so I walk in to Angels of Mercy, and there's a wonderful lady there, and it wasn't Mary Jo, by the way, at this point. And I introduced myself. I said, well, I'm the founder of this local organization, and we engage men and boys in the effort to end violence against women and girls. And goodness, I'm reading all your brochures here and all the things on your wall. And, you know, I think this was just meant to be, for me to be walking in this place. So I've got some clothes if you'd like to accept those as a donation today. But then I would just love to know more about what you are doing here and ways that we can work together, Stand Up Guys and Angels of Mercy. And she said, oh gosh, yes, let's do that. It seems like, you know a lot about this, and we're, really just kind of getting into this part of it. So I should put you in touch with the director, the founder here, and her name is Mary Jo. And I said, okay. And I said, and I had told a little bit about my story, and she said, well, she has a sister who was recently murdered by domestic violence. So a lot of, these dresses and these other things that we're making, we're dedicating to her sister Maria. And all of a sudden, I just got chills all over my entire body. And I said, what's her sister's last name? And she said, Poulos. And I said, oh my goodness gracious. I work at the store where her husband worked. And then all of a sudden she got the chills, and we both kind of began to, I can't even believe I walked into this place today. So anyways, that was our chance meeting and why we, came together, and now we're still dear, dear friends. So of course, within, hours, I get this call from Mary Jo going, hello, we totally have to meet. So we did immediately, and we've just been dear and wonderful friends ever since. So that's kind of my personal story. And isn't that kind of freaky, though, that I take this job for Christmas? So it's like, wait a minute, I was totally put at that store for a reason, and that was the only reason in my mind, because it was such a tragic event. And working in this store with hundreds of employees who just were devastated. They had worked with this man for many years. Some of them, there really wasn't a lot of turnover there, quite honestly, only during the holidays. And so they had some long-timers there that knew him well. They were shocked. They knew his wife. So I know I was, really kind of put there for a reason. Anyways, that is my story for the day, and my scoop today, my daily scoop flavor, is going to be strawberry cheesecake flavor. So that's what I'm going to have. Mary Jo's eyes just lit up when I said, well, I make homemade ice cream, stuff like strawberry cheesecake, and she said, oh my goodness, bring me some. So, anyways, there's my story for the day about domestic violence and how it happens around us, right? In subtle ways and in obvious ways. And here I am just taking a, part-time holiday job, and, the manager of this major store, becomes the headlines of just an awful, tragic domestic violence case. Anyways, I'm going to sign off here today for Monday, the 28th, and we'll check in with you again on the Daily Scoop. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like this, share it and pass it along.